Alright, this is going to be a super quick and simple tutorial for setting up the proximity chat on the SMP. I figured it was just easier to make a video. So there's a voice chat tab under info in the family SMP server, and there's two things you're going to need to download. The first and most important is Fabric Installer. This is super simple. You click the link and you download for Windows, and then you open it. It'll open this is the right version, and you're going to press install, and that's it. It'll be done. The profile is created. I already have one, so I don't have to do it again. So that's super simple. You're done with that. And then the voice chat plugin, the link in here should make it so you just have to press download. See, the game version and Fabric is already done. You just press download. That'll be in your downloads folder now, or wherever you decided to download it. Now you're going to want to go to percent app data percent .minecraft mods, and you're going to want to go wherever you downloaded it. In that case, it'll be download. It'll be voice chat Fabric. You just put it right in there. That's all you need to do for the voice chat, and you know what? I'm actually going to show you how to start it. After you get all done, you just start Minecraft. It will be the Fabric loader profile. It'll probably tell you that it's unsafe. You have to like check a checkbox that's not an official version or something like that. Give it a second to start here. Okay, so I did forget one small detail. When you start the launcher, it'll probably be on this screen. You're going to want to go to here, installations, Fabric loader, 3 dots, edit, more options, and then it's going to say XMX2G. Basically, that means Minecraft is only allowed to use 2 gigabytes of RAM. If you're using shaders, it's going to struggle a little bit. Depending on how much RAM you have, give it 4. That's going to be significantly better. I gave it 8. You can probably almost always give it 8 and it will be fine, no matter what computer you have. Windows won't let it have more than the computer will be stable running, and then you just click save after that, and then you can just start it after that. Yeah, that was a small detail I forgot. Sorry about that. It is. Now when you go into a server with this enabled, it looks like I already had it configured, so I'm not going to get it, but it's going to have a little chat bar down here that tells you what to do. It says press V for setup, and V will bring up a menu. It'll be a whole screen that's like a tutorial. It'll walk you through it. So that's all for that. You basically just choose which microphone you want to use, what audio device you want to go through, if you want to use push to talk or like voice detection. So that's all there is for that. And then again, in the family SMP server, there's a shaders tab too, and there's some simple instructions here, but I have a Google Drive link that has everything you need. This is also super simple. You want to go to percent app data percent. If you just installed the voice chat, you have Fabric installer already. You don't have to click that. So your mods, everything that says mods here, you want to unzip, and you want it to be like looking like this. Here, I'll just open it. So see all these individual things. It can be a zip folder, that's fine. Just put these right into the mods folder after you download them. So that's simple. And then resource packs, put everything that's in the texture folder. I'll rename these actually right on the fly. Hopefully that's how you spell that. And then shader packs. Okay, so these just go in their respective folders. If you don't have any of these folders, you literally just create new folder. New folder. And you go mods. I already have one, so it won't work. Or you do... the one you probably won't have is shader packs. So shader packs. See, already got one. That's it. You just put all those in. And then when you go ahead and start Minecraft, sorry for this runabout. You probably won't even be watching this part because you probably only care about voice chat. But hey, shaders look nice too. Okay. Now I already have shaders installed. So as you can see, it makes everything look really nice, shiny, sun. It lets you see very far without impacting performance very much. Okay, actually one other small detail I forgot to mention while I was making the video. This collection of mods that I just had you put in the folder is a lot more than just shaders. It's actually a bunch of performance mods as well. God damn it. Hold on. So what it basically lets you do is, like, you know how you can see that island over there? It's actually being rendered at a very lower resolution. So you can have huge view distances without actually affecting your performance all that much. Because you can see I'm only at 32 chunks. But this mod up here allows you to render a lot. This setting right here will adjust the load on your CPU or your computer. Most people are going to want to leave it on balanced. If you have a cool computer, you can probably hit aggressive. I have literally the best CPU you can get, and this setting doesn't really feel that great, so don't do it. There's a couple settings in here. You don't have to touch it. That's it. So that lets you see like this whole area, and it's beautiful without affecting performance all that much. It loads chunks in a different way. So that's one part. And then if you go to video settings, there's actually a lot of different settings in here related to performance. Entity culling, fog occlusion. You can see performance impact, medium, high. It will make the game run better overall, even if you install shaders or not. If you have a slow computer, this is still a good idea. There are tons of different options in here. You can mess with it or not. If you just download it how it is, your game will run better. That is all. So sorry about that one little detail. As you can see, my render distance is 32 chunks. You can set it lower and it'll still look pretty good. You can see the whole lake. You can see the water down there has ripples. I think it just looks nice. When you first load in, it'll look normal. So what you're going to do is go to video settings, shader packs, and you're going to pick one of these. This one doesn't work. Don't try it. Iteration T is the best one here, but it is ray traced and hard to run, and you'll probably need something at least a 5070 Ti to run it normally. If you don't know what that means, then you should go with this one. Or this one, or this one. Or really any of the other ones. They run slightly better. This one definitely runs the best, the miniature shader. It doesn't do a whole lot, though. It's just a very slight improvement. This one still does a lot, runs good. This one doesn't run that much better. This one runs a lot better. Yeah, that part of the video didn't go very well, but that's all you need to know. You can try all of them, but this one is one of the easiest to run. Looks good. Here, I'll just switch to it. rethinking voxels is definitely harder to run. Okay, yeah. So miniature shader is definitely the easiest to run by far. You know what, let's just go spectator. It doesn't do a whole lot. A lot of the things will look pretty normal, but the water looks pretty cool. See some reflections. We're right on the water. Just in general, I believe the sun looks kind of cool. And that's opposed to no shaders. It's a fairly subtle change, but it definitely makes a pretty big difference. Try complement. Ooh, shit. The thing about complementary is that it's very simple water, so it still has the repeating texture. It's fairly easy to run for the most part. I guess it looks kind of cool. And all of these have shader pack settings. Lab PBR, post processing, tone map and color settings. You can change so much of this. But iteration is definitely by far the best. And then for your resource packs, you're definitely going to want to, these are just random ones, but the one you'll actually want is SPBR16. And what that gets you is these slight textures. So everything just looks like regular Minecraft, but a lot better. You got your lake, got your textured dirt. The grass looks great. We can go see some cobblestone. Yeah, see, it's just a little bit of texture. Everything looks better. That is pretty much it.